Hello, everybody. Welcome back to CCSN Snacktime. Once again, Benjamin Parris alongside Matt Weiss, joined today by Miss Mogan Haws, a Cherry Creek Girls Lacrosse player. Morgan, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, all things considered. Didn't know, found things in my house that I didn't even know existed.
Sure.
So Morgan, obviously, you're not on the lacrosse field right now. Probably had more time now in your house than you have in a while. What's keeping you busy right now?
Just my family, have everyone in town, just doing little games, picking up new hobbies, just, finding new things to do.
You have a pretty big family?
Yeah. I have 5 siblings, and then, yeah, they're all in town right now.
Where do you fall?
I'm the
In
last.
5? Oh,
I'm a
wow.
triplet. Yeah, I'm a triplet, but I was born last.
You're the youngest of 5 kids. That's probably been a while since everybody was living together under the same roof.
What?
Probably been a minute since everybody was living together under the same roof.
Yeah, it's just been me and my 2 brothers for a while now, but everyone's back for quarantine.
Do board games get pretty competitive?
Yep.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So where are your do you have older siblings in college?
Yes. My oldest, my older sister is at Georgia Tech, and then my older brother is at BYU, and then my oldest sister's graduated, and then me and my brother will be going to college this fall.
And you're going to BYU too, right?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
So, this being snack time, we want to know what you brought as a snack.
Oh man, I didn't bring a snack.
I'm sorry.
I should have brought one.
Oh, I thought I put that. That's my fault.
Oh,
Well,
sorry, I didn't even see that.
Say it was game day. What's the go-to on game day?
For a snack?
Yeah.
I like to eat apples and peanut butter before a game. And then I always have a Gatorade in my water. My go-to for game day.
So, watching anything on Netflix, anything like that?
I just finished All American, which is a new Netflix series. This is really good. And I haven't started another one, but we've kind of just been watching random movies with the family.
I kind of think this show should be sponsored by All American. Every athlete we've talked to has said they've watched All American.
It's so good.
I've already said it on the other 2 interviews that we've had, but my wife and I binge watched it pretty quickly. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I watched that in like 2 days.
I don't know if it's being sure or not, but I can easily get my wife to commit to watching these high school shows, whether it's Girl, Pretty Little Liars was good for a while.
I haven't watched that one.
So when we talk about lacrosse, it should have been your 3rd season. After the state championship run last year that ended in the last game, what has been your favorite few moments the past couple years?
I think just looking back, not any specific moments, but looking back at the friendships I've built and the memories I've made with my teammates are something that that can't be taken away. That even though our season's on the line and it's probably over, I've built friendships and had memories that will last a lifetime. Yeah.
Have you been a 4-year varsity lacrosse player?
I played JV my freshman year and then varsity junior through senior.
Yeah.
Sorry, sophomore through senior.
Sophomore, yeah. So I remember one of our first years as a program, or second year as a program, when we did the season, you were a sophomore, and it was a name that we got used to saying all the time. You were, as a sophomore, you were scoring a lot of goals. You were a big part of that road to the championship run that year. And I didn't know you at all then, but I remember being like, wow, she's only a sophomore. That was with Belle and Pearl and all those.
Yeah, now I know them. Mm-hmm.
But you've had a great career. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, it's been fun to play.
I know you guys had picture day right before school got canceled for the rest of the year. Just as one of the last moments you had with the team, what was that like?
I think it's kind of weird because no one knew like all this build up and everything would happen how it did. So we kind of just took it as normal, had a normal practice, picture day, went like as usual, it would usually go. And then the next few days, school canceled, practice canceled. We weren't really allowed to communicate with our coaches. So we've kind of just been online connecting with teammates and stuff. But it was very unexpected, so nothing super special with that day.
And when you found out, did you see anything coming, or were you in shock? Just describe how you found out and what you were feeling.
I thought that maybe, like, it was in the back of my head that maybe something would be canceled, just like seeing other states and stuff, and how they were handling it. But it for sure did come as a shock when I found out, kind of just like reality hit super hard. And it didn't hit me like super close at first, but then a couple days ago when school in person was canceled, that's when it kind of really hit me that it's probably over and that I probably had my last few moments with my teammates. And I hadn't even got to play a game this season. That's kind of when it hit me. Yeah.
And just like as a senior, obviously, prom, graduation, all that stuff, just from a standpoint, just as a friend, over being a teammate, just what's it like being your senior year?
I think it's kind of hard to wrap your head around all of it. Not very many people expected how like this is how it would happen, but also kind of have to put from standpoint everyone else. It's hard for not only the seniors, but it's hard for everyone going to Creek, all the teachers, all the other students. Like, it's not easy for anyone, especially for the seniors, but especially just makes you realize to not take things for granted and enjoy the moments while you have them.
So to make things a little lighter, I got two questions. One, did you ever decide on a team shoe, and did you get to order them?
Yes, we did decide on a team shoe, and yes, we did order them. So we all got those. I don't even recall the name of them. They're kind of like an offshoot of the Air Maxes. I don't remember what they're called, but we did pick a team shoe.
So I'm sure they're cool. I had Morgan in my economics class, and it was a great honor when she asked me if I would weigh in on if I had any ideas for shoes. I always appreciate when people ask me that. Second question, which maybe not everybody knows, but Morgan's in DECA, and they had a role play, or I forget what
a written event.
Yeah, a written event. Created a series dessert company. So I'm curious because we've been having a lot of cereal in my house these days. I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, and we made, like yesterday, Max made a mix of Fruit Loops, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Cocoa, which we don't typically have those cereals always in the house, but right now it's whatever. And so that was his. I'm curious if you've been mixing it up at all or having a lot of cereal, and if so, go to.
I have not been having a lot of cereal with everyone in the house. My mom's kind of been making breakfast. Usually I'm not a huge breakfast person, but my go-to cereal is for sure Captain Crunch. If I were to mix it, maybe with, I don't know what goes with Captain Crunch. Maybe some Fruit Loops.
Definitely just made its way to my next grocery order. I've been sleeping on Captain Crunch for a while.
Go to.
What about you, Ben?
Not a huge cereal person, but when I do, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is really good. But like the Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks and Cheerios, just never liked it.
It was kind of like most interesting man in the world, but a PG-17 version. I don't always eat cereal, but when I do.
So what other things? It's called snack time. What's like a favorite food or like a go-to if you go off campus, anything like that?
I like to go to Cuba. Not a ton of people go there. It's definitely underrated. It's super good. Or Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, just your usuals.
I've never been to Cuba, and I've been going to Little Ricky's since I was middle school before it was at that location. So I always am there, and we get a haircut at Floyd's. It looks good. I don't try it. What's kind of like your go-to? I'm just curious.
For Cuba? I usually get their chicken wrap. It's super good. Yeah. With their they have like these fries with like some sort of, I don't know, seasoning on it. It's super good.
Sounds.
Definitely try it. I think they are, yeah, for takeout or pickup.
I have to do that because, as you can tell, I haven't been cutting my hair or shaving, so maybe. So, do you have big summer plans or things that you were planning on doing with some of your friends? I know you have like a really great group of girlfriends. You guys are pretty close. Were you planning on doing stuff? Are you holding on to those plans?
So I have a couple trips. My family, we always go to Lake Powell for like a week or two. So I'm hoping that Lake Powell will open back up because that's always a fun trip. And then me and my friends were going to go to Moab, and I think that'll be back open and camp and stuff. And then I just have a couple other trips with some friends and family.
Awesome. Well, I hope you get to experience those.
Yes.
What do you think? What do you think you're gonna miss most about just Greenwood Village and Cherry Creek?
I think everything will be missed most, but for sure, I think playing lacrosse for Creek will be missed the most because it's just such a community and it's so fun. Creek sports are the best. But yeah, just the community of Creek is unlike no other. And of course, I'll be sad leaving my friends and the state, but I think for sure lacrosse will be missed the most.
Yeah, it's hard to, it's all awesome. The little things you don't think about now, they become the big things, just like the laughs in class and all that kind of stuff. But being a part of a team, that's definitely one of the things. Forget the wins. Obviously we do a lot of winning at Creek, and you've had a lot of winning under your career, but you said it best. It's about the friendships and the memories, the things that don't always show up on the stat sheet or, the record. It's all those times at practice or in the locker room or on the way to a game or post game. Yeah. And I know that girls lacrosse team always seems to have just a great group of girls, and from top down, the older girls always mentor the young girls. And I know it was your turn, and you would have left that kind of legacy on the next group of girls too. So it seems like you guys are connecting as good as any team can be right now. I see a lot of you guys are doing and stuff. How's that? Are you kind of organizing that, or is that coaches or a little bit everybody?
So our coaches encouraged us, but mainly most of it just comes from the senior class. We'll do little things like we did a Zoom FaceTime and played Psych, the Ellen game, or our coaches give us like weekly workout challenges. So we'll do video that and send it in. But each of us older girls has a little Bruin, so we can kind of do stuff with them to just stay connected.
That's cool. I don't know that. Psych. How does that work?
A what?
Play the game Psych.
Okay, so it asks a question like about. So everyone goes on and it asks a question about someone, and then everyone answers. So it could be like, if Morgan had a hidden treasure chest, what would be in it? And then everyone answers, and then you vote on like the best answer. And usually you just do like funny answers and stuff like that.
Might have to add that to the snack time.
It's fun.
What do you got, Ben? Bring us home?
Yeah. All right. Well,
no, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. It's a true honor. And we hope to see some more from Mogan Haws in the future.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Morgan. It was fun getting with you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good rest of your guys' day.
You too.
Yeah.